start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K."
What a sight, a sky-high first. Now it's ended. Well, they are fun to watch, that's for sure, Dave. Thank you. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. As you look at Memphis, they're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And checking out New Orleans, they're down there in the 10th spot.
And for the Grizzlies, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're disappointed in that. I mean, they were hoping to take that next step.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. And for New Orleans, Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the 1. The Grizzlies coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
Here's Ingram, and slammed up by Ingram.
Oh, look at that awareness of ball. Fantastic at recognizing when his teammates are wide open.
Jackson passes to Brooks. Here's Valanciunas. Comes up empty down low.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Passes it to Williamson. Brooks against Holiday. Another one falls for New Orleans. For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Morant. Left side Jackson. Over Williamson. And the rejection by Favors. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Now Morant. Following the miss by Lonzo Ball from deep. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. And the dunk by Williamson.
Williamson with the elite ability to finish off contact. And it's just not the strength. It's the body control.
Jackson kicks to Brooks. And there's the pass to Valanciunas to stop the run. Another shot. Favors with the rebound. Pelicans leading by 7. And that one's good. Williamson.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Jackson. Nails the baby hook. Most teams now look to run early and often, Chris. And there are some keys to finding success, aren't there, in the transition game?
Yeah, and the first key is you run fast and you speed up the pace, but that doesn't mean you hurry and take a hurried shot. Pacing and speed is all about getting it past half court to see if the defense is set, and if they're not, to take advantage. But it's a 2-step process. And for teams to just run all crazy or willy-nilly like my grandfather used to say, well, you're not going to do anything but play fast and bad.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Here's Hart. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pass to Clark. And then Clark slams it in.
Looking nimble on the drive there. Once Clark sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to exploit.
Here's Jackson. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
Oh, yeah, that's one of his go-to spots. I mean, you have to pressure him in that mid-range area.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And Hayes throws it down.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Yeah, true. But now it's about sustaining their energy and maintaining the focus.
For New Orleans, their last game, a loss to the Kings. And Hayes throws it down.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. They decided to pound the ball inside, using their physicality to set the tone.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
It's stolen by Allen. And they're moving it up. Here's Melton. Tries again. Here's Clark. And he banks in the layup. Clark's got 6 points.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
And the shot is good.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor, just in total control so far.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Pelicans on top, leading by 9. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Guys, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Well, I love the ball movement so far, Jay. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
They've got Hart. Jaleel Okafor is out there with Hayes. And there's Jackson, and it's Redick in at the 2 spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
Oh, man, you better appreciate the unselfishness. When Redick sees an open teammate, as great of a shooter as he is, he's fast at getting him the ball.
Pass to Jang. The feed to Clark. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Jackson looking around. Rebound by Jang.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Allen.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Redick with the bucket.
It was just a mystery what the defense was doing there. You never want to give him that much space outside the three-point line.
Well, he came into the league out of Duke, already a great shooter and a great scorer. But J.J. Redick has made himself into a quality all-around player.
Yeah, he's never going to be an all-defensive selection. I mean, get that straight. But he does put in work, and he puts enough work in to hold his own at that end of the floor.
Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Ingram, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Holiday comes in for Jackson. And the Grizzlies, they come in off the loss to the Trailblazers. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And that one's good by Clark.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside of him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
And Holiday kicks to Okafor. Hayes. Nice touch on the bench shot. Hayes has got 4 points this quarter.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Here's Valanciunas, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
1:44 left in the first half. Hayes, no good.
He gets the playground jumper and can't make good on it. You don't get many chances easier than that. Well, and Kevin, in the Memphis Grizzlies, playoff contenders for 7 straight seasons from 2010 to 2017. A Western Conference Finals appearance in 2013. Now a new phase as they look to rebuild this roster.
Outside Holiday. Offensive rebound. Hayes dishes to Okafor, and Okafor slams it in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Brooks finds Clark. It's rebounded by Hayes.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And it's blocked, and they're able to recover. Pass to Anderson. Back to Valanciunas. The pass to Morant. Clock at 6. Valanciunas inside. Hayes on him.
Oh, I love the rabid intensity right there. Valanciunas, he is capable of doing real damage on the offensive boards.
Outside, Redick. There's the 3. He dishes it to Ingram. There's the triple. That one, no good. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pelicans lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, you're leading at the half. Whoa.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Gurney John. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's New Orleans in control. They've got a 2-point lead. Thanks for joining.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Dressed at that free throw line, there's a lot of chirping, isn't there, among the players around the lane. It just seems like their mouths are always moving. A lot of chirping.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. For the ones that aren't sucking there and are tired, they're talking to each other. It's the only real break in action, and there's times, too, you get to see what is happening.
And, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive, Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
Outside Jackson. The kick out to Anderson. Shot clock at 6. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That is his first foul of the game. Valanciunas passes to Jackson. Back to Valanciunas. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts. Being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
You can tell Valanciunas has really been working on his passing. Nice dime right there.
Now here's Williamson, guarded by Jackson. And here comes Jackson, leading the fast break. And finished off by Morant.
You gotta love his hustle, leading the defense, no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
The rebound by Anderson. And here we go, the Grizzlies on a fast break. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Hard, he's checked in for Ingram. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Williamson. Crafty move. That shot off the mark. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
Stolen by Jackson. Kicks it to Brooks. Back to Jackson for the lead. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Jackson's got the lead up to 2 now for the Grizzlies. Holiday against Brooks. On the wing, Holiday. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the Grizzlies now. The Pelicans have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Pass to Williamson. Feeds it to Favors. And Derek Favors with the slam.
Yeah, this is where Zion is improving, taking advantage of the defensive attention he receives.
Brooks finds Jackson. Back to Brooks. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. It's off to Utah for them after this game as they take on the Jazz. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Favors passes to Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
Yeah, we talk about the big vertical with Williamson, but what about the hang time?
Out to the wing. Passes it to Jang. Pass to Morant. Brooks outside. With his first shot attempt, Jang, no luck.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Outside Holiday. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Clark, he's checked in for Corky Dang. Allen comes in for Dylan Brooks. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Morant. Favors. It's Clark with the rebound. Memphis trailing here. Here's Allen. Hangs in the air. He takes it up and lays it in. Allen's got his second basket of the night.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
For New Orleans, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
And the pass to Morant. He kicks it to Valanciunas. With the shot. And that one released in time, but no good.
Solid and contesting shot. Critically is developed into a fine defender over time.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They're back, Ball and Reddick. At the forward slots, Ingram and Melly. And it's Favors in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
Now look, you see the athleticism right there? Gotta like watching Ball go into the lane to finish.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Reddick. And a quick look now at how the Memphis Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. And then on Monday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Ingram finds Ball. From deep. Grizzlies with the rebound. Clark's got his 4th rebound in this one. Morant dishes to Anderson. Pass to Morant. Misses the 3. New Orleans leading by 4. Here's Favors, and Derek Favors with the slam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Brooks checked in for DeAnthony Melton, and that one misses.
And the EuroLeague's top scorer last season, Nicolo Melli, had turned down some NBA offers in the past, decides to make the leap to join the Pelicans, and gives them a highly skilled player in that front court.
Here's Ingram. From 16 feet away, he cans it. And the Pelicans lead by 6.
He knows he has to keep taking and making this shot. Ingram wanting to shoulder more of the offensive load.
Here's Clark. Pelicans pull it in. Favors got 6 rebounds here tonight. Ingram wide open. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
Passes it to Anderson. Now here's Morant. Defense is right there. Ingram with the steal. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. Favors passes to Ingram. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
And nothing fancy really about that play. That's just good old-fashioned hard-nosed basketball to get that one.
Back to Reddick from downtown. A fresh 14 for New Orleans.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And Valanciunas kicks to Morant. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. They get Derek Favors.
And one of the younger players to enter the 2019 draft, Morant, wise beyond his years.
Williamson is checked in for the Pelicans. Holiday comes in for J.J. Redick. And Memphis also making a switch. Jackson's checked in. Here's Williamson. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Valanciunas passes to Anderson.
A wildly unpredictable player. Anderson is skilled at drawing the D in and then making him get overly assertive.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 8. Both free throws good from Anderson. New Orleans has gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Left side Favors. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Stolen by Ball. Here's Williamson. They get a hand on it.
Spins the shot and grabs the rebound. About as big an impact as you can have on a possession. You got to appreciate the fearlessness. I mean, Brooks enjoying having the ball in his hands in big spots.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. .106 left in the fourth quarter. The kick out to Holiday. Now here's Ball. Just 5 on the clock. To Williamson. The 11-footer. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Pelicans lead by 7.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Anderson. Got it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Such a poison. I mean, Anderson, he isn't fazed by big moments in the game. His calm demeanor helping him deliver.
Ingram kicks the ball. And the Pelicans get it back. Second chance shot. The shot off that time.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Awful display for him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Oh, look, when the D will give it to you, that's where you want your shots coming from. Arm's length from the bucket.
Now Ingram. Kicks it to Ball. So it's a narrow victory for the Pelicans, pulling it out for the W. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill
Yeah.
Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right here.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
Game.
Well, terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Malik Beasley out there with Russell. Then there's Towns, and it's Okogie in at the small forward position. And for the Grizzlies, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3, the small forward. Russell passes to Towns. Out to Russell. Shot clock at 5. Back to Towns. From deep three-point range, the long-distance 3 is buried. Towns has got the opening field goal of the game for the Timberwolves. Now here's Morant. He's guarded by Russell. Jackson against Hernan Gomez. Valanciunas dishes to Morant. Unable to get that one. Excellent D there from Beasley.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
Here's Valanciunas following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Jackson passes to Morant. Back to Jackson. Memphis moving it around. The 9-foot shot. Brooks dishes to Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Jonas Valanciunas, the big fella, dominating in the paint.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
And they had their chances, 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Here's Brooks. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And have to commend the unselfish attitude. Like how Morant just recognized the open man and the ball was right there.
Here's Okogie. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Five on the clock. Towns is doubled. Over Valanciunas. Towns with the bucket. Towns has got 5.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
Now here's Jackson. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. Count it. So, Smitty, if we take James Harden out of the equation, who has the best step-back jumper in the NBA right now?
You know, there's a few guys. Damian Lillard has an unbelievable step back. Steph Curry, Bradley Beal creates a lot of space on his step back jumper.
It's nice to see Russell's discipline, stays patient, and earns the shots he gets.
Morant kicks to Anderson. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Shots good by Hernan Gomez.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Now the pass to Morant. Here's Jackson. Brooks with it. Hernan Gomez covering. Back to Brooks. The shake. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. 59 seconds left to play here in the first. Passes to Okogie. score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Morant passes to Anderson. Out to Brooks. Pass to Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
So it's Minnesota now, following the score by Memphis. 5 to shoot. Beasley outside. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Anderson right side. And Brooks gets it on the assist by Anderson.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Timberwolves on top. They lead by 3. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports.
I want to be the best player who ever played.
On his coaches, Greg, and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Johnson is out there with Lehman. Then it's Culver, and it's Reed in at the center, filling out the middle.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground. A changing of the guard for the Grizzlies. Their star veterans traded away. They held out as long as they could, but it was time.
Some nice passing there by Memphis. Kicks it out to Allen. Launches a 3. They get it back. Clark up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell was traded from the Lakers and, in his words, was kicked on the way out. He's become an all-star in Brooklyn. Russell said, "It's a heck of an accomplishment. That respect from your peers, your coaches, other teams, it's a great feeling." And Kevin, given how it started for him in L.A., many remain shocked by Russell's rapid ascent.
Coming into his own, you're right, David. Thank you. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Zhang's checked in. Here's Culver. Noel, defended by Allen. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. And those great veterans, Marc Gasol, Mike Conley, Tony Allen, Zach Randolph had become a part of the fabric, Steve, of the Grizzlies franchise and the city of Memphis.
Tough to move on from that level of connection. All good things, though, have to end.
To the paint. Here's Reed. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback. Johnson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
There's the call on James Johnson. That's his first foul.
His first personal foul.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Clark.
And this is what James Johnson has to do. Make sure you defend. Make sure you rebound. Whatever this team needs.
Yep, that one goes. And now a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Zhang. He gets that one.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Culver passes to Johnson. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Allen outside. 1:37 left here in the second. 6 on the shot clock, and it's Clark in the corner. Offline with his 3. Timberwolves leading by 5. Ahead. Here's Culver, and the layup is good.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
High arcing shot. Reed. It's good on the putback. Reed's got the lead up to 9 now for the Timberwolves.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Back to Allen. Pass to Jang. And it's Clark in the corner. And another miss by Memphis.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Johnson attacking. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
That is just some finish. Excellent defense, but Johnson using his size and skill wins that battle.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Allen. And it's Morant in for D'Anthony Melton. And a change for the Timberwolves. Towns is checked in. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Back to Clark. To halt the run. Kept alive.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. From deep, Johnson. No good. Shot missing. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves ahead. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. They were on a nice little roll and
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. We're seeing a tremendous game from James Johnson.
Yeah, early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the small forward. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. Jackson gets the bucket.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
Russell passes to Johnson. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Morant dishes to Valanciunas. Kicks to Morant. Back to Valanciunas. Shoots over Towns. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down to 5 on the bucket from Valanciunas. And steady improvement, Smitty, for Lithuanian big man Jonas Valanciunas. You look at his per-minute numbers, pretty impressive.
They are. He'll give you 20 and 10 with 30 minutes a night. But in today's game, it's so perimeter-oriented. Will he get that opportunity?
Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Jackson.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
There's the call on James Johnson. That's foul number 2 for him. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Johnson. Minnesota on D. Valanciunas finds Jackson. And the call, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
Second team foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
On the wing, Brooks, covered by Beasley. Jackson kicks to Morant. Memphis moving it around. Brooks misses. Minnesota leading by 7. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do with the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. D'Anthony Melton. He's checked in for Valanciunas. So the wing on the left. Anderson passes to Brooks. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Steve, nothing finer than having a star on your team who also makes everyone else feel better, feel involved, right?
You're totally right, Kevin. I talked to a lot of these general managers and owners, and they talk about they're looking for the unselfish star. Not just the star, the unselfish star. And what they mean by that, on the court, off the court, the guy that understands it's about team versus him.
Russell kicks to Towns. Can't hit that one. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. And that's now 9 points for Karl Anthony Towns. 1:46 left in the third. Melton passes to Brooks. At the top of the key, Chang to the wing right side. 6 to shoot.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
Culver's checked in for Russell.
The combination of scoring and passing at that PG position makes Morant valuable. An all-around player with a bright future.
Outside, Towns. The putback, it's Clark with the rebound. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
This is where Morant is so dangerous. The open court, he knows how to exploit a defense.
Brooks against Hernan Gomez. To the inside. Here's Towns. The pass to Reed. It's rebounded by Memphis.
And a 2-for-1 is there for them if they want it.
Often the way you end quarters has a big impact on the outcome of the game.
The shot, no good. Towns with the defensive effort. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's a Kobe. Tries again. Pulls up on the elbow. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Clark for 3. No good. And we've reached the end of the third. Timberwolves lead by 5. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Minnesota with the ball. It's off to Oklahoma City for him after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. And they're in the thick of this long road run. That's the third of 7 straight on the road. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court for Minnesota, they've got James Johnson. He's out there with Towns. Layman is out there with Beasley. And it's Okogie in at the point. Valanciunas dishes to Brooks. Anderson outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Morant. Lays it up and banks it in.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
Okogie, the pass to Beasley. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Back to Layman. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And it's Towns missing. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Russell's checked in. Passes it to Clark. Brooks outside. Back to Clark. Pass to Anderson. Memphis moving that ball around. And there's the call on Jake Layman. That is his first foul of the game. Okogie's checked in for Minnesota. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. And Anderson has it in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Brooks kicks to Clark. 3-pointer. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Russell. 2nd minute off the clock now in the fourth. The pass to Okogie. To the middle. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
Anderson finds Brooks. Morant with it. Fires for 3. That shot no good. Russell with it. He's picked up by Morant. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
You've got to trust your receiver to go get that pass. Great job by Johnson. The ability to catch and finish in the same motion.
Clark for 3. They get the rebound.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Towns, the pass to Beasley. 1:57 left in the fourth. Deep 2 from Russell. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Tipped away, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Jackson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Juan Hernan-Gomez, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. There's 1:40 left in the game. Valanciunas dishes to Morant. Clock at 4. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Asserting his will offensively. Valanciunas taking over.
Also looking it over. Left side, Towns. Back to Russell. Wide open. It's rebounded by Memphis. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Anderson kicks to Valanciunas. Pops in the layup for 2. Now just a 4-point Minnesota lead.
Huge bucket there from the big Lithuanian. Valanciunas is stepping up.
Beasley against Brooks. Beasley outside. Count it. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you. Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And I don't think they will. The problem is they've waited too long to make a move.
This is it to Okogie. Outside Russell. Here's the three. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Brooks from outside sinks the triple.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Okogie, the pass to Russell. He kicks it to Beasley. Russell dishes to Beasley. Back to Russell. Pulls up. Off target. And so the Timberwolves take the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. It kept...
much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September.
The Twin Cities. It's NBA basketball on DA. Well, what a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the 1. And for Minnesota, they've got Towns. Russell is out there with Beasley. And it's Okogie in at the small forward. Mark, if you're a basketball purist, tonight might not be your cup of tea. These two teams live and die by the three-point shot.
And the evolution of the game has led us to this point where it's about spacing and knocking down the three-point shot. That's what's king now, and that's what we're going to see a lot of tonight.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. And that one's good. Ingram.
You know, guys, not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can get it done inside, too. I mean, the way he releases the shot, and that extension he gets on it, makes it very hard to block.
Now here's Beasley. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Williamson with it. Hernan Gomez covering. The 19-foot shot. That one off the back iron and out. Last outing for the Pelicans, it was a loss to the Kings. Beasley with a clean look. Nailed from three-point land. Beasley's got his second bucket tonight.
Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
Pass the ball. Launches it. Pelicans keep it alive. Williamson, the pass to Ingram. And Favors kicks to Holiday. Over Russell. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Here's Towns. Goes back up. Ball with the rebound.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Holiday, the pass to Ingram. Ball with it. Heard by Beasley. Back to Holiday. With the second effort, and Favors kicks to Williamson. Favors in the post. He's guarded by Russell. 4 on the shot clock. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
And checking out some stats for D'Angelo Russell. This last month, he has been a real positive for this team. He's putting up about 21 points per, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving, and of course, finds the open man.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
Now here's Favors, following the missed shot by James Johnson.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
The drive by Russell. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
They opened the gates, and he came through. D'Angelo, quick recognition.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Redick is in the corner. Fires from the wing. Another one falls for New Orleans.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That is his first foul of the game. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. On the wing, Jackson. A baseline J. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Now, here's Culver. He's guarded closely. Kicks it out to Johnson. Lets it go from deep. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Pass to Melly. And the wide open shot from Redick. The offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now, here's Culver. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Houston.
Clearly, the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Fires from 14. Gets a hand on it. Reed with the rebound. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still one of the most high-powered scorers in the game, Karl Anthony Towns.
You know, everyone has to get some of the shit.
Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
And Towns wants to win big. To do that, though, it's not enough to get numbers. You've got to make your teammates better as well.
Jackson.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for New Orleans.
Take note of the work they've done on the offensive glass. Guys, they've got a ton of putbacks.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
They've got Layman. He's out there with James Johnson. And it's Culver in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Now, here's Redick. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Just 2 to shoot. Here's Melly. Passes it to Hart. Here's Jackson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. No good with the elbow jumper.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. And you think about the 2 best talents in Wolves history, KG, obviously, and probably Big Cat.
I would not disagree. I mean, KG is a Hall of Famer. And the Cat, Karl Anthony Towns, has been terrific early in his career. The rebounding and scoring, the versatility at that size between those 2 guys. So it could have possibly been like the Admiral and Tim Duncan. Well, maybe not quite that good, but really good.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Johnson. Okogie comes in for Jake Layman. And it's Beasley in for Culver. Jackson kicks to Holiday. And the Pelicans miss again.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Now here's Okafor. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Hart. Rebound, Minnesota. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Yeah, they were really close right there. Just couldn't string together a few key plays to help get them over the top for the win.
Reed, and he uses the glass on the layup. The Pelicans have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. And Holiday, here we go. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the
officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Beasley following the miss by Lonzo Ball.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And the Pelicans miss again.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And the shot goes in.
Spotting up and knocking it down, Ingram with the sweet touch.
And here's Russell. He's coming off a 28-point game against Houston.
And he didn't take any plays off at the defensive end. I mean, he wound up with 4 steals on the night.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Fires the three. That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Russell.
You look at Russell, and the green light is always on from there for him, and he shoots it with confidence.
50 seconds left to play here in the half. Ingram wide open, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
He still hasn't been able to convert from the field. He's just struggling to find his shot.
Pelicans leading by 5. Ball, the pass to Williamson. Here's Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And, GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
Beasley against Holiday. And here's Ingram from the arc. Beasley with the rebound. Gets it off. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Pelicans with
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Best. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first quarter. And
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Brandon Ingram with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
So the Pelican 5 right now. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. And it's Favors in at the 5. And so it's Minnesota with it. Following the miss by Lonzo Ball from deep. Layman pass to Culver. The drive by Russell. Johnson tips it back in. Johnson's got 8 points.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Double team on Holiday. Inside. Out to Ingram for the 3. And Culver pulls it down. Timberwolves trail by 3.
His teammates calling him the slender man. Brandon Ingram, not much more than 200 lbs, but adding strength has been a focus.
Here's Layman. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Clock at 6. Here's Russell. Towns trying to get open, and Russell gets it to go.
Guys, that was really nice work mixing in this shot. When Russell is squared up and shooting with confidence, which is most of the time, he can bury it.
And with Brandon Ingram and his size, he could benefit from adding a few pounds.
Well, you know, his teammates call him Tiny Dog. Dog because of his determination. That's a positive thing. The tiny part in reference to his slight frame. Time to bulk it up, young fella. Weight room.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Brandon Ingram. Redick comes in for Drew Holiday. And it's Frank Jackson in for Ball.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. It's a one-point game. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. That will be the fourth of the string of 5 played on the road. Here's Reed. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Ball's knocked loose. Culver with the steal. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Okogie's checked in for Minnesota. Now, here's Ball. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Here's Hart. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
You know, getting inside and doing damage there really elevates Hart's game, and I'd like to see him be that kind of all-around threat.
Stolen by Ball. From deep. Hart, that's good. Hart's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, you got to give a lot of credit to Josh Okogie. I mean, he was the 20th pick in the 2018 draft and really well ahead of the curve as a rookie, and even saw starter minutes later on in the season. Well, that's a great get for them.
Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Malik Beasley comes in for Culver. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Meteors rises not uncommon for Okogie.
Yeah, and Okogie's done a really nice job kind of turning the impression of him around because he wasn't highly touted in college. But I tell you what, he's proven to be an impact player because of how he can defend and shoot.
D'Angelo Russell's checked in for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
And Ball slams it in.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that number.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. A lot of different ways, Clark, to construct a roster. What would be your preference as a general manager? Any direction you might want to go?
Well, obviously, if you have an opportunity to get an outstanding franchise-type point guard or versatile wing player in today's game, I think those are the pieces that you really need to start with.
Because there's so much spacing and so much switching on defense.
Exactly, and I failed to mention a two-way player at that wing spot who can defend multiple positions but also has a pretty strong offensive skill set.
Derek Favors checked in for the Pelicans. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Ball against Russell. It's Redick on the wing. And yes, it's good. Redick's got the lead up to 7 now for New Orleans.
Great setup right there. Calling for the pick and roll. Redick getting the separation he wanted to keep it and convert.
The pass to Ball. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Ball's got 6 in the quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
And guys, I think you've got to give them credit for the number of steals they've taken away. I mean, a lot of effort on the defense from them tonight. You know, early in his career, there were questions surrounding D'Angelo Russell's maturity, and understandably so. That's the case with most young players. But of late, in his case, his improvement as a player and his growth as a person is impressive.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Towns is checked in.
Pick up the pace, get the 2-for-1 here.
That's the way to go. Be quick about it.
Now here's Hayes. Hernan Gomez covering. Redick, a good look. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Redick's got 6.
Boy, the catch-and-shoot shot doesn't get any better than that. Redick on the money. ATM time.
Russell feeling it out a bit. That 3 off the mark. Outside Holiday. It could go, and so it's New Orleans. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. We've got Russell, also Malik Beasley out there, and it's Towns in at center. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Holiday attacking, and the rejection by Towns. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. Williamson is checked in for the Pelicans. Holiday with it. He's picked up by Russell. Williamson, the pass to Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. Outside, Redick. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Timberwolves trail by 7. Here's a Kogi. An easy 2 points on the layup. Here's Holiday. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Here's Redick. That one drops for him. And the Pelicans lead by 7.
Boy, he's been a different player here in the second half, looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
A shot by Johnson, no good. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. On the wing, Holiday. And right through it goes.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Now, here is Russell. Rebound by Drew Holiday. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Ball's checked in for J.J. Redick. Pelicans leading by 9. Ball with it. Ingram outside. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Outside, Russell. Kicks it to Beasley. Johnson left side. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. And it's Towns on the follow.
Well, I like the way Towns reads where the ball is coming off when it's missed. And he's got excellent timing as well and did a good job beating everybody to the ball.
Now here is Holiday. Pass to Ingram. Back to Holiday. 5 on the clock. Knocks down the 3 ball.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first. Defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
Johnson finds Russell. Back to Johnson. Over Williamson. Johnson's shot is off. Pelicans leading by 10. Ingram passes to Williamson. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, what a pass, and then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth.
He could have messed that up trying for a big slam. Nice work going to the layup.
Now here is Holiday. To the right side. Ball kicks to Ingram. Back to Ball. from downtown. That one's not going to go. Timberwolves trail by 8. Towns wide open. Connects from three-point range. Towns has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Man, how about the cool, calm collectedness of Town? Helps him come through when the game gets snug.
Here's Okogie. Goes back up. Towns, the pass to Okogie. Back to Towns. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Game on the line. Towns lets nothing stand in his way.
Towns with the steal. And they're running. Beasley with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And it's now only a 1-point Pelican lead.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
To the middle. Here's Beasley. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on. Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Brandon Ingram.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he put in to get himself open.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Ryan Saunders said to the team. He said to them, that's the kind of effort we need to bring every night. We're right in this thing, and it's going to take sustained effort to close it out. Now let's bring it home. Kevin, back to you.
Lehman, he's checked in for Josh Okogie. Ingram kicks to Williamson. A floater. Off wide. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Towns. It's off. And so timeout taken by Alvin Gentry. Will count, and he hits the shot. But hang on, guys. Hold everything. The officials may review it here. And don't start the celebration just yet. We're going to have a second look at the replay monitor and see if it got in. So it's a narrow victory for
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks at what's coming up in my team for 2K21.
And just about to get underway as the starting five. Going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Grizzlies. They're holding the edge for the last playoffs. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings. And checking out New Orleans, 2 spots down.
And I think for Memphis, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, Greg, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the point. And for the Grizzlies, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the small forward position. Well, if there was ever a no-doubt number 1 pick, it is Zion Williamson. Brent New Orleans jumped at the chance to draft him.
Yeah, hard to think of a transition where you have a transcendental star in Anthony Davis in the 7 seasons he gave to the Pelicans, that Zion Williamson would come in and almost make you, and I don't mean this in a bad way, Kevin, but forget about AD. There's that much excitement and enthusiasm around what the talent set is and the skill set of this young star player could be.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
The feed to Ingram. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Anderson has great vision as a point forward, exceptional court awareness.
Now here's Williamson, guarded by Jackson. Williamson kicks the ball. Yep, it counts.
Gotta respect how quickly Ball gets to the rack. I mean, if you give him the lane to the rim, he is going to exploit it quickly.
Now here's Valanciunas. He had 27 points last game over Favors, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Brandon, looking ahead to the playoffs, when you made your first postseason appearance, were you surprised by the intensity you found once you got there?
Kevin, it was my 2nd season. I was playing for the Clippers, so getting into the playoffs was quite miraculous on its own accord for the organization. But the level of detail in the playoffs and intensity in the playoffs, they know everything that you're going to do. And we were playing against the Utah Jazz, which at that time...
Some pretty good players.
Yes, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, the great Jerry Sloan as a head coach. It was a wonderful experience, but you understood that the playoffs were different. Absolutely something different in terms of the intensity and what it is that that team knew about you.
Now here's Williamson. Jonas Valanciunas unable to get his shot to go. Ingram finds Holiday. Now Williamson. No good on the 3. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Anderson dishes to Brooks. Valanciunas trying to free himself up, and Brooks gets it to go.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now here's Ball. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Now Brooks, after Brandon Ingram missing on that last 3-pointer. A baseline jam. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Anderson. Anderson's got 3 assists tonight. Holiday against Brooks. Holiday the pass to Ball. A 15-footer. And it's off the back rim. No good. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Anderson dishes to Valanciunas. Back to Anderson. feeds it to Valanciunas. Right side Jackson, 6 on the shot clock, and it's Memphis with another.
Yeah, this is what you love about him, the confidence on that mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, and proving once again he can do some damage from that area.
And Ball sets up his teammates, and when they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league. Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Back to Holiday. Pass the ball. Outside Holiday. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's his first foul. Clark, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. For 3, Ingram. It's rebounded by Memphis. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers. Shoots the 3. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Outside, Redick. Ingram outside. Pass the ball. They get it again. It's a tie game in Memphis. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Guys, what's your take on the Grizzlies so far?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
There's so much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for New Orleans right now, J.J. Redick is out there with Jackson, and it's Melly in at the 4-man position. And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart, won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays, hits perimeter shots, and the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid. Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Now, here's Redick. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And Memphis turns it over again. Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. In third, the Pelicans. The Grizzlies, fourth.
Both of these teams have established tempo as an identity. I mean, they're playing fast and scoring in bunches.
Here's Hart. Really had troubles in that loss to Sacramento. It's good on the putback. Hayes has got the lead up to 5 now for the Pelicans.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Redick against Allen. To the left side wing. And Hayes kicks to Hart. From beyond the arc and then some.
What a tremendous ability to hit from so far out. That's a big-time 3.
Back to Clark. Jackson looking around. Hayes the pass to Hart. Pulls up, high post, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. And now an 8-point Pelican lead.
Well, injury is such a reoccurring theme for the Pelicans in the past couple seasons. Funny to hear Alvin Gentry even joke about consulting a witch doctor down there in the Bayou. But new athletic trainer coming in, hired away from the Phoenix Suns. They have a tremendous and have had a tremendous reputation, hoping to improve their health of all these young players.
Off target with his 3. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. The drive by Allen, and Allen slams it in.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
And the training staff from the Suns had an outstanding track record over the years.
The envy of a lot of teams in the NBA as they were able to extend the careers of players like Steve Nash and Grant Hill, two all-time greats. And they set a trend in some of the biometric tracking that they do and looking for early signs of impending problems. All about preventative medicine, Kevin, to have players be at their best.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
A moment here to look at some numbers for J.J. Redick. 4th in three-point field goal percentage. And, of course, he's in the top 5 in free throw percentage. It can go overlooked, but sure makes a difference.
And, yeah, he's one of the dead-eye sharpshooters in the game for sure. A top 5 percentage guy from deep. Just a hard man to slow down. Some changes for Memphis. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Gorgie Dang. Dillon Brooks comes in for Grayson Allen. And it's Morant in for DeAnthony Melton.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
The drive by Redick. He feeds it to Williamson. Over Clark. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Memphis trailing here. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
And there's Jackson on the assist by Clark. Jackson's got 8 points.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Brooks finds Jackson, and they double up Jackson. Okafor with the steal. He lobs it up. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Right side Jackson over Williamson. Jackson misses. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. And the dunk by Williamson.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Zion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
Brooks, the best of Jackson. And the layup's good off the glass. 10 points for him.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Hart. Brooks covering. Williamson. That's tipped.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Here's Jackson. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. And that's 12 points for Jaren Jackson.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Got it off in time, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that's it.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50. And that does it for our half.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Nice game. Great performance by Jaren Jackson.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson into the three, the small forward. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. And stolen by Favors. And the dunk by Williamson.
And you got to appreciate the fearlessness with which he plays. Zion's ability to shoulder the offense at this stage of his career is incredible. Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Knocked loose, stolen by Jackson. And oh, here we go. Brooks got it, the fast break chance. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting tonight.
And for Memphis, they're shooting it as well as you're going to see, 67%. For the lead, Jackson. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Left side favors, stolen by Brooks. Here's Anderson. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got 4 assists in the game. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Outside Holiday. And there's the pass to Williamson. If you were choosing a center for the team that you ran, you've got these options. Joel Embiid, Big Cat, or Jokic in Denver. Who do you go with?
So much variety in their games, Kevin. And I appreciate what Jokic does so much for that Denver Nuggets offense, initiating as a center from the top. But I'm going to have to go with Embiid and the way that he can dominate the game. There's still so much potential and growth for what it is that he can do. Down on the block, doing damage, taking away a lot of three-point shots. Not to disparage what it is that Karl Anthony Towns can do, but his size and dominance, I think there's an intimidation factor that Joel Embiid brings to the game that I would lean on over the other two. 1 of 5 here, Kevin, to start the half. Their offense looks like it's shrinking right now.
Pass the ball. Back to Ingram to end the run. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Ingram's got his second basket.
And Ingram is so graceful with the catch-and-shoot jumper. His lightning-quick release allows him to get off his shot in no time.
Now here's Jackson. And Gorgie Jang is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So both teams changing it up here. Pelicans trail by 3. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. And that one, good. Hart's got 8.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Jang, no luck.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Hart, that's good.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Here's Allen. New Orleans knocking down that triple moments ago. Pass to Clark. Buries it down low. Clark's got the game tied up here for the Grizzlies.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes look at that. And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just cannot quantify.
Well, I'm going to quantify something right now, Greg. This is a close game, and that was something special. Here's Redick. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. He's got 6.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Jackson misses.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Okafor dishes to Jackson. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
And stolen by Redick.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Good if it goes. No good that time. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. New Orleans on top. They finish off the third quarter with a massive 16-6 run. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So for New Orleans right now, Holiday at the 1 and Redick at the 2. Favors is out there with Hart, and it's Okafor in at the 5. Home in the paint. Clark trying to get open is Brooks. And the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Clark. Redick against Brooks. Right side Holiday. Shoots over Morant. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Memphis making a change here. Jackson's checked in. New Orleans also making some changes. Williamson is checked in for Okafor. Brandon Ingram comes in for Josh Hart. And Ball subbed in for J.J. Redick. Brooks, the pass to Valanciunas. Just 5 on the clock. Brooks kicks to Jackson. Over Williamson. It's tipped.
And when Zion blocks it, you feel it. He's got this kind of power behind these swats.
And the dunk by Williamson.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Valanciunas, good.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Holiday attacking, and Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Brooks, and he jams it with authority.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Ball, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
It's Ingram on the wing over Anderson. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Stolen by Brooks. And it's Memphis on the break. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's a 3-point Memphis lead.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now. Yeah, that's a tough one, Kev. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Pelicans keep it alive. Outside Favors. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. They need this. A shot, no good. And it's Memphis the other way. And Valanciunas penetrating. Brooks with no one around. Drains the three-pointer. Brooks has got the lead up to 6 now for the Grizzlies.
0 defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open 3.
For 3, Ingram. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 4 assists in the game. Knocks it loose, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. The Pelicans making a switch here. Redick is checked in. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his first foul. There's Morant. Pass to Valanciunas. To the paint, and stolen by Favors.
You could stay active on defense. Good things usually happen. Right there, quick hands helped alter what would have been a sure 2 there.
And the dunk by Williamson.
This is why they go to Zion. His teammates trusting in his ability to get the job done.
So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
Redick surveying the D. Takes the three. It's deflected. And even 3-on-3 break. Right side Jackson. It's Brooks on the wing. He's covered by Ingram. Morant kicks to Brooks. 6 to shoot. Here's Jackson. The second effort. No good on that one. Now New Orleans will take it the other way.
Points are an absolute must here.
Can't come away empty, GA. That would be the nail in the coffin.
The nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And they've got a foul to give here if they need it. Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You can bet that's what they're looking for. This late in the game, they need that three.
Now here's Williamson. D right on him. Redick with the three. Bullseye! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
Those are shots J.J. Redick loves to take, oozing with confidence. That goes.
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest.
Here we go.
Tip-off goes to New Orleans. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Clark, and it's Anderson in at the three. Down low, here's Clark. Pelicans with the rebound.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
And that's grown man muscle. Williamson relishes any chance he gets to take the defense on and finish.
New Orleans making a switch here. Hart's checked in. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Here's Clark. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And the first thing I thought of, confidence from Clark. Knows his team needs a bucket and goes out and gets it.
It's Clark with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against New Orleans.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
Derek Favors checked in for the Pelicans. Holiday comes in for Josh Hart.
The leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding, rising up off the ground.
Here's Clark. Favors with the rebound. Favors got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Ball. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
It's the quickness of Ball that's a problem for defenders. Solid at finding ways to get fouled on the way up.
So he comes up empty at the line. The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the floor since the start of overtime. That's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. To the inside, Clark. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy.
Outside Holiday. He gets it in there. And the Pelicans lead by 1.
And really, that is a tremendous shot by Holiday there. His team really has momentum now.
Overtime in full swing here. 2 minutes off the clock. The feed to Valanciunas. And it's good, assisting on the play with Brooks. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds. Here's Ball. Favors. Yes!
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
It's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. That shot eliciting a roar from this gigantic crowd.
Guys, more than a roar, more like an explosion.
Here's Ingram. Count it!
And Ingram is always ready to score in clutch situations. A guy you can depend on to give you his best.
Money!
Terrific movement off of the dead ball situation and a great play to get the bucket.
Stolen by Anderson. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Clark. Stolen by Ball. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go. It drops.
That's the kind of player Holiday is, craving the opportunity to be the man in that situation.
He's covered by Ball. Brooks, the pass to Clark. Inside, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
From deep three-point range, no good. So it's a narrow victory for the Pelicans, pulling it out for the W. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime.
Welcome to this special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
The Timberwolves were all business as they came through the... And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Beasley.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3, the small forward. And for Minnesota, Russell is out there with Malik Beasley. Then there's Towns, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward position. Here's Towns, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Now, this is a big physical guy himself, and Towns finds other teams trying to bump him off his game.
And Towns, a player who took a little bit of time adjusting from the college game at Kentucky to the NBA game, especially, Doris, on the defensive end.
I do think you have to appreciate over the last several seasons Karl Anthony Towns' commitment to becoming a better defender. Listen, he has the length to not only block shots, but to alter shots, and you just want him to have consistent effort on that end.
Now, here's Anderson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Durant. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Beasley kicks to Russell. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. Back to Russell. Takes a 3. Brooks grabs the board. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. And Morant gets it to go on the assist by Anderson.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Here's Okogie. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Russell. Another miss by Minnesota. Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Morant. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Gotta love watching Morant get after it. He goes all out. Tank, never on him.
On its way from Beasley for 2. He squares up and sinks it.
Boy, after missing 3 straight, they finally get one to go down.
Now here's Morant. He's guarded by Russell. Back to Brooks. Now Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Well, in addition to the scoring, he found ways to initiate contact from the defense and get himself to the line. The defense clearly frustrated trying to get a way to stop him.
Here's Okogie, following the basket by Ja Morant. Here's Russell, rebounded by Valanciunas, and the Grizzlies leading by 5.
You know, one dilemma that jumps out at me with the Timberwolves, over the years, they have been an excellent offensive rebounding team. It's the other end, the defensive backboards, where they have had some problems.
Russell high post. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Rockets in Houston.
And what a wrecking ball defensively, seen by the 4 steals he had in that game.
And here's Brooks from outside. It's tipped. And Doris, you're right. Over the last 5 seasons, the Timberwolves have been the absolute worst defensive rebounding team in the NBA.
And it's hard to understand, Kevin, because they have created second chance opportunities for themselves, only to give it back on the other end. That's the kind of thing that can be demoralizing for your defense. You get a stop, but you don't finish the possession with a rebound. That can wear you out physically and mentally.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? To the paint. 2 free throws coming up. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here is Russell, following the basket by John Morant. Russell passes to Okogie. And he lays it straight in.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Anderson outside. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And finished off by Morant.
And at 6'3", Morant sure can fly. Love when he gets up and throws it down.
And the dunk by Town.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Out left to the wing. Cuts off the pass. And the dunk by Town.
Don't sleep on the foot speed of Karl Anthony Towns. He's a factor in transition.
For Memphis, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Ball's knocked loose. And the pass to Morant. And here's Anderson from the arc. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Layman is out there with Johnson. Then it's Culver, and it's Reed in at the 5. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Inching our way toward the end of the season here in the NBA, Doris, and just how much fatigue after all these games and all these months and practices and travel, how much fatigue are these players feeling, you think, right now?
Well, I think NBA players like to tell us, come March, come April, everybody has bumps and bruises. No one is 100%. What you're hoping to do as an NBA organization is manage the rest that you can possibly give to your guys down the stretch of the season, because the healthier you are going into the postseason, the better off you're going to be.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Noel, defended by Allen. Chalk up 2 there.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for Memphis. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers. Allen passes to Jang. Here's Melton. He feeds it to Clark. The rebound by Johnson.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. A shot by Culver. Nobody around. And a miss there on the triple. Memphis trailing here. Clark, the pass to Jang. Back to Clark. Here's Melton to the left wing. Clark kicks to Allen. Shot clock at 5. Passes it to Melton. On deep. Hits it from three-point range. Melton's got his first 3 points of the game. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second.
I think DeAnthony Melton deserves a ton of credit. Point guard is probably the toughest position in the league. And you couple that with the fact that this guy played in the West, he more than held his own.
Now here's Allen. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Clark tries again. Misses the layup.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Johnson can't hit. And although Melton may not have proven he deserves a starting role, of course, he did show his value as a player.
I think what Melton showed is that he has the ability to stay composed and play quality defense, even as a backup option at the point. That's all you can ask for. You want him to earn rotation minutes, and he did.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Here's Layman. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Pass to Clark, and they're pushing it up. Good. Now it's a 6-point Memphis lead.
This is the mindset Clark has. He's opportunistic and really has an awareness of when to attack in transition.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Memphis also making some changes. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Gorgie Dang. Brooks comes in for Allen. And it's Morant in for DeAnthony Melton.
Well, that's how you bring out the best in your teammates. Towns is a prolific scorer, but guess what? He'll find you if you're open.
Memphis moving that ball around. Here's a Kogi. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Doris last season, rookie Josh Okogie ended up contributing more than the franchise thought he would.
Yeah, he was terrific as a 3-and-D player for the Wolves. This guy could end up being the steal of the draft, sort of in that Robert Covington mold.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Anderson's checked in.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Ball stolen. Here's Brooks. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. 12 points for John Morant.
And really credit their advantage on the backcourt. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Beasley kicks to Russell. To the middle. Here's Towns. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Towns has got his third basket of the night right there.
This, to me, is an improving aspect of D'Angelo Russell's game. Reading the pick and roll. Nicely done.
Now here's Morant. He's guarded by Russell. Brooks dishes to Clark. Down low. Shot clock at 6. Valanciunas. And that one, good. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
And thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, back. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. They were on a nice little roll in that opening period as they... And that'll do...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Guys, John Morant has been sensational.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the small forward position. Here's Hernan Gomez after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Anderson finds Jackson up and in on the layup. Jackson's got the lead up to 10 now for Memphis.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Minnesota shooting 43% from the floor. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. To the paint, and Towns throws it down.
When Russell gets his teammates involved, it makes this entire team better, and it'll make him more effective at the point position.
Anderson passes to Morant. Beasley against Brooks. It's tipped. And here we go. Fast break. Towns has got it. And that one is good. Okogie's got 7 points.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
Pass to Anderson. Valanciunas against Towns. Here's the pass to Morant. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Of course, you've played, you've coached, you've broadcast, you've done it all in this business. How did you like to be coached when you were a player at the very top of your game?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things were coaches who challenged me, those who would not allow me to accept the level I was currently at, those who wanted to push me and extend and expand my game. Listen, every player wants to be respected. Every player wants to feel valued. But the great ones to me, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durant's, they want to be coached hard. They want you to push them to the greatest possible level they're capable of.
Great insight.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. It's Morant in the corner. Here's Reed. Passes it to Layman. Timberwolves passing it around. Pass to Culver. And it's Layman in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The dish to Culver. There's the 3. And that one misses from Layman. Memphis leading by 5. Allen kicks to Jackson. Pass to Morant. And finished up by Morant.
And when Morant is cooking like this, it's fun to watch. He burns you in so many ways.
Culver passes to Johnson. Now here's Culver. Now the pass to Layman. The 3. They grab their own miss. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Poked loose. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Minnesota. Culver dishes to Johnson. The 3. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Jackson.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
Wow, this defense is blanking him down the stretch, and that's certainly hurting his team's chances.
How about the authority from Morant? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming to shatter the rim.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Here's Jackson. Minnesota with the rebound.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. A rebound by Johnson. Timberwolves trail by 3. Passes to Reed. He kicks to Culver. Beasley against Jackson. Pass to Beasley. Got it up. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Beasley is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Towns, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Well, Kevin, the 5th overall pick back in 2011, Valanciunas has worked so hard to improve his entire game. I'll tell you, it's paid off, Kevin. He can impact a game in a lot of different ways.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Russell left side. Shot's good by Hernan Gomez.
Well, that's a nice pass from D'Angelo Russell, and to me, this is what you want to see, him growing and growing as a playmaker.
Anderson kicks to Clark. Valanciunas passes to Clark. Anderson up top, covered by Beasley. 6 to shoot, and it's Brooks in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Outside, Towns. Russell with a wide-open look. Good, and his assist goes to Towns. Towns has got his 3rd assist on the night.
You could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love, Greg, is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
And Towns throws it down.
There's such confidence and belief and faith in his offensive arsenal that Karl Anthony Towns makes it look easy on that end.
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Friday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs.
And for that matchup with the Blazers, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long. Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Clark, the pass to Valanciunas, looking to end the run. The shot, no good. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Hernan Gomez kicks to Beasley. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
You get the sense that Karl Anthony Towns, as young as he is, knows he can be the best player in the league. There isn't a phase on the offensive end from which he can't score it.
Morant, he's checked in for Memphis. The Grizzlies trail by 3. He's still out. Now he is 9 of 10.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Pass to Clark. Towns with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Towns has got it. From past the arc. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Brooks dishes to Morant. Brooks kicks to Anderson. Valanciunas in the high post. Towns on him. And there's the pass to Hernan Gomez. Towns against Valanciunas. Passes it to Russell. Here's Okogie. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Towns over Valanciunas. And it's Towns missing. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Anderson passes to Morant. Now here's Anderson. Tight defense on him. Latrey. Second shot opportunity. And Valanciunas with the layup.
Kevin, that's the bucket they needed, and Valanciunas goes and gets it for him. The big man seizes control of the moment.
Here's Okogie. Russell finds Beasley. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Grizzlies have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
And Greg, to me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Now, here is Russell. To the inside. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And you just knew he wasn't going to miss that one. Not with so much riding on.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Johnson's checked in. The Grizzlies also making a change. Jackson's checked in.
Well, Russell is just absolutely fearless. He'll be the hero or the GOAT in that instance. Yes, sir, hero.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Brooks in the corner. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. It's good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That'll be his second foul of the game. Feeds to Brooks. Beasley with the steal.
This is what superb defense is all about, guys. He read that all the way.
And they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty. And so they foul intentionally.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2.
And to me, the ceiling that D'Angelo Russell has is really high. This guy is dynamic, he's confident, he can score it, and he's just going to continue to want to prove himself.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They trail by 3. 3 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Karl-Anthony Towns.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hand.
Let's hear it for your tournament champions.
Russell from long range. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. And regulation now complete. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. So the Timberwolves win the tip. And no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Towns, Malik Beasley out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's James Johnson, and it's Okogie in at the 3 spot. Pushing it up. Finish off the break. Okogie's got the lead up to 4 now for the Timberwolves.
And this is what you love about the game. Superb defense, great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
Now here's Morant. Jonas Valanciunas unable to get his shot to go. Here's Brooks. And the shot is long.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Towns, the pass to Okogie. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And now a 6-point Timberwolves lead. Valanciunas dishes to Jackson. Shot on the wing, and Morant gets it to go on the assist by Brooks. That's now 22 points for John Morant. Outside Russell. The kick out to Towns. And he's good on the 3-ball.
You know, this is one of the better catch-and-shoot bigs in the NBA already. Towns doing everything these days.
Anderson wide open. Offensive rebound.
No stranger to big moments. Morant wants to be the man to take and make the big shot.
Russell passes to Towns. Brooks against Beasley. Right side, Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Beasley outside. Kept alive, Minnesota.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Anderson dishes to Morant. Out to Brooks. To the middle. Goes up the baseline. It's not going to go for him. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Stops. Pops. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Boy, that play developed just the way they wanted, and Valanciunas made sure they got the bucket. What a tremendous pass.
Here's Okogie. Beasley kicks to Russell. Timberwolves passing it around. Pass to Okogie. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Morant with a wide open look. Brooks. Count it.
Yeah, just a fantastic job to stay with the play and just not give up. Excellent effort on the offensive backboard.
So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came.
NBA 2K21 demo is here. And in the demo, you can get a head start on your My Career by jumping in and trying out the My Player Builder. To start off, you have the option to download the My NBA 2K21 mobile app to scan your
And David, it can be a circus. David Banks. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Beasley.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Russell is out there with Malik Beasley. And it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Ball and Holiday combined at the guard spots. And it's Favors in at the 5, roaming the paint.
An all-star, a leader, Drew Holiday can be counted on night in and night out to make a difference. One of the better defenders in the league, Drew Holiday embraces the challenge.
So Favors will bring it up for the Pelicans. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Ball. Ingram outside. Right side Holiday. Favors passes to Ingram. Clock at 6. Launches a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. And defending the top scorers in the league is no picnic. But Drew Holiday says it's fun for him.
That's what he grew up on. He comes from a basketball family. Defense was a topic of conversation at the dinner table.
Finished off the break.
Love the tenacity of Favors, especially on defense, where he keeps his hands active, coming away with the steals thanks to his hustle.
Timberwolves passing it around. Towns. That one's off. Still out of sync.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Pass to Holiday. Now Williamson. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Okogie, the pass to Russell. Doesn't go for him. It's Ingram on the wing. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
And Towns throws it down.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
It's deflected. Holiday looking over the floor. Back to Favors. Over Towns. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one is on Towns.
And Favors with those broad shoulders takes up a lot of space going up to shoot.
Steve, compare it now to when you were playing. Did teams go deeper into their benches than they used to?
Yeah, they do. I think because of this load management, resting players. So you see a lot of guys play a lot. And also what they've done right now with the G League, being able to bring guys up. They use those guys, and I think it helps a lot, even not on games, but in practice. You'll see more guys are involved in giving guys rest.
Yeah, that makes sense. So for the Pelicans, credit comes in for Drew Holiday. And it's Frank Jackson in for Ball. Minnesota also making some changes. James Johnson's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Jake Layman comes in for Josh Okogie. And Culver's subbed in for Beasley.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Here's Ingram after the basket by Minnesota. Now the feed to Williamson. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Culver passes to Reed. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And he comes up with the deuce.
And for me, guys, this is an area that Culver should utilize more often, showing off that incredible feel with the jumper.
Jackson misses.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
The shot by Layman, no good.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Now, here's Redick. No points in the game yet for him. That one rolling around and rims out. Inside, here's Johnson. Finished off the break.
When you see contact with James Johnson involved, you know he can dish it out as well as he can take it. Tough bucket.
Redick with the three. Bangs home the trifecta.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
The pass to Johnson. Top of the key. They get it back.
And the length of Johnson really coming into play. Beats everyone to the ball, then right back up with it.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Hart kicks to Hayes. To the paint. Outside for Jackson. Here's Hart. Really had troubles in the loss to Sacramento. Hayes the pass to Jackson. Here's Melly. Here's Redick. Redick can't get that one to fall. Oh, it's going to count!
Bingo! Buddy!
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Pelicans lead by 2. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
And that's really hard on a defense, having to play deeper into the clock and having to cover a lot more ground.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. We've got Culver. Layman is out there with James Johnson. And it's Reed in at the center, locking down the middle. Lock at 2. The score now all even. 6 points for Johnson.
A skilled, versatile forward. James Johnson showing what he can do from mid-range.
And the Pelicans under head coach Alvin Gentry, a team that looks to get out and run.
Reason why, GA, he was an assistant under Mike D'Antoni in Phoenix when the pace and space trend was just getting started. Also on the bench for the Warriors, and we know how they like to get up and down. That up-tempo style is what he preaches.
So it's the Timberwolves now. The Pelicans make their last shot. Back to Layman. Shot on the way. Pelicans pull it in. They've led by as much as 10. Jackson in the corner. Here's Hart. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And he starts out with the miss in this one. Down low. Pass to Johnson. Now here's Culver. He's covered closely. "13 feet away. Okafor grabs the miss. There's the call on James Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Ball comes in for Frank Jackson. Timberwolves also changing it up. Juan Hernan-Gomez, he's checked in for Johnson. Okogie comes in for Jake Layman. And it's Malik Beasley in for Culver.
And no doubt the release point is a bit unorthodox in terms of ball's shooting technique, but man, can he slingshot it home from deep.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Can't hit from in close.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
Outside Holiday. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Over to the left wing. Noel. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Ball with the bucket.
Yeah, I just love seeing it. Ball, put it on the deck, using those long strides to get all the way to the cup.
Out to the right wing. Here's Melly. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. And it's a 5-point Pelican lead. 1:51 left in the first half of basketball. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul.
And this is Alvin Gentry's fourth stop as an NBA head coach. He's been working as an NBA assistant, get this, since 1988.
Over 3 decades in this league. A decade coaching in college. Worked for and with so many legendary coaches. He's seen it all.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Here's Ingram. He feeds it to Okafor. And Okafor slams it in.
And Ingram isn't just a sensational scorer. He can also dish the rock.
Easily outside. And the basket by Okogie.
They are just killing them on the interior.
New Orleans leading by 3. Passes to Hart. And Holiday kicks to Hart. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Okafor, the pass to Hart. Ingram against Russell. From 13, up again. It's good on the putback. And the Pelicans lead by 5.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Pass to Beasley. Holiday brings the double team. Russell with a wide open look. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Cognizant of the entire court, Russell aware of where the defenders are and really does a great job creating opportunities.
Melly passes to Ingram. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Hernangomez, and finish off by Hernangomez.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
Ingram with the steal. So that'll be it for the first half. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. And
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Jahlil Okafor.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the 5. That's Alvin Gentry's 5 as we get into the second half. Now here is Holiday. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow. Holiday's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Pelicans. Here's Hernangomez. Back to Russell. And the pass to Okogie. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Steve, when it comes to creating contact, which offensive moves can create the impression of a foul where the defensive player can do nothing about it?
I think ripping through the defender's arms is really tough for the defensive guy right now, Kevin. That's a hard move to defend if you're the defender.
Smitty, I think guys actually practice this, don't they? Ways they can kind of lure a defensive player in like that.
They do. They're strong enough now, and also they are, like you said, practicing that type of move.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Favors is a terrific big man, a wonderful passer who sees the floor so well.
Okogie, the pass to Towns. Beasley outside. Takes it from 10, and the rejection by Favors.
What perfect timing on that play. Derek Favors, an outstanding shot blocker.
Deep 2 from Russell. And it's Williamson with the rebound. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. It's off the Utah for him after this game as they take it. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
Clock is at 3. Here's Beasley. Juan Gomez trying to break free. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. For Minnesota, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. James Johnson's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Jake Layman comes in for Josh Okogie. And Culver's subbed in for Russell. Now here's Ingram. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. Clock at 4 from the line.
Even though that one didn't go down, I like the offensive game plan here. 3 for 4 coming out of the break.
Some changes for New Orleans. Hayes, he's checked in for Williamson. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Frank Jackson. Culver passes to Towns. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
They just don't have it right now. 0 for 4. Must have been one poor speech at halftime.
Redick with the 3. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists in the game. And Towns throws it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now here's Favors. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Here's Ingram. Johnson with the block.
Sneaky shot blocker. James Johnson is not the biggest guy, but he has the reach to do it.
Ball's checked in for New Orleans. 1:56 left here in the third quarter. 6 on the shot clock. And Redick, here we go. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Favors. Great positioning on the putback. Redick's got 8.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
And it's in there. Culver's got his second bucket of the night.
I'll tell you, Culver has an array of moves once he gets into the paint.
Well, it was only a short stay in L.A. for Lonzo Ball, traded this past summer as part of the Anthony Davis deal.
And getting out of L.A. might be the best thing for him. Still a great defender and playmaker. His best years, without a doubt, could be ahead of him here in New Orleans.
And the Timberwolves call time. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here. and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
The former third overall pick in the 2010 NBA draft, Derek Favors is a gifted big man and a crucial player to this team.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Ingram wide open. His three-pointers off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Russell, no good. New Orleans leading by 9. Pass to Redick. Now here's Hayes. Defense is right there. Got a piece of it. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And it's the quickness of ball that's a problem for defenders. Solid at finding ways to get fouled on the way up.
Hart, he's checked in for Brandon Ingram. And he can't make the second free throw either. Missing both.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Here's Johnson. Second chance shot. Shakes him. Yep, it goes in, and the Pelican lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Towns.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Pelicans lead by 7. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So on the floor for Minnesota, they've got Towns. And it's Okogie in a shooting guard. And another shot. And it's Williamson missing.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Here's Towns. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. And that's 10 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the fourth quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Yep, it goes in, and the Pelican lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Russell.
An active competitor, Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
To the middle. Hayes the pass to Williamson. Hayes down low. Towns on him. And Hayes throws it down.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision-making. And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Jackson against Russell. Jackson misses.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
And a moment now to check out who the Pelicans have coming up. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. Then on Saturday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
In that game against the Spurs, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Drew Holiday, who's checked in for Hart, and it's Lonzo Ball in for Frank Jackson. Ball finds Redick. Three-pointer. A rebound by the Timberwolves. And Gomez has got his 4th rebound in this one. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. And that'll be his third foul so far. So for the Pelicans, Favors comes in for Hayes. And it's Ingram in for J.J. Redick. Okogie, the pass to Russell. Feeds it to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And slick dish there in the pick and roll. Russell showing his elite feel for the game.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Timberwolves.
And the expectations for Williamson are sky high. A superb athlete whose skill set and drive to be great is off the charts.
Kicks it out to Johnson. It's Beasley on the wing. Back to Johnson. Makes it off the glass.
Not afraid of the moment. For Johnson, that's been the story from day one.
Ingram against Johnson. Ingram outside. Banked in off the glass. And the Pelicans lead by 4.
And after playing 1 year at Duke, Ingram is used to providing big baskets for his club, just dominating with ease in these moments. And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it. Not the flashiest guy most of the time. Holiday prefers to just get down to business, especially when the game is tight.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Williamson with it. Ron Gomez on him. Out to Ingram. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Ingram's got 4 this quarter.
And how about the focus of Ingram? Not getting overtaken by the heat of the moment, nailing the shot in the face of the defender.
Hernan Gomez passes to Russell. A second chance effort, and the rejection by Favors. And they get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Okogie's checked in. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. They've led by as much as 10. Ball kicks to Ingram. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Really got to give props to Ingram for aggressively attacking the rim. Not many guys want to get in his path.
Stolen by Ball. And they go to the intentional foul. 32 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Passes it to Williamson.
And this is what James Johnson has to do. Make sure you defend. Make sure you rebound. Whatever this team needs.
Shot clock at 5. Another shot. And Ball with the lay-in. And the Pelicans lead by 8.
High percentage look. This is what your offense is designed to do.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And here's Evans outside. Knocks down the 3. 6 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Back to Jackson. So New Orleans wins it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end,